we're disrespecting the importance of structure. Guys, structure is the most important thing in the market. Okay, make sure you are always finding your structure points. Make sure you are always looking at your directional bias and how the market is moving on the higher time frame. You need a directional bias on the higher time frame. You need to analyze what trend. Are you in a downtrend? Are you in an uptrend? Is the market ranging? That is very important. I think that is something that most people are looking over when it comes to analyzing, right? We're jumping straight, looking for the imbalances, looking for the fair value gaps, looking for our order blocks. We're looking for all of these things without identifying our structure and making sure we're on the right side of the market. I'm going to show you how to use structure so you can take the correct supply zones, correct demand zones, the correct fair value gaps, and you can be on the right side of the market. When you're on the right side of the market, guys, the probability of your demand zone or your supply zone working increases, or your fair value gap, the probability of that increases when you're on side of the right side of the market and you're going with the trend of the market. So this is why it's very important for us to look at our structure and make sure we're on the right side of order flow. That's the answer that you're looking for. Okay, how can this help me? Why is structure so important? Well, if we're looking here on the 4-hour time frame, guys, I want you guys to pay attention to the 4-hour time frame and pay attention to these 4-hour legs I just drew. Okay, you're seeing the market is going higher, but as the market is higher, you're seeing this internal price action that's going on the 30-minute, which is the order flow. Sometimes we can get stuck in that order flow sometimes, and that is something I want you guys to pay attention to. Okay, as this market is going higher, you're seeing we're making highs and lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, as we should. Now, once we top out right here and we create our high on the 4-hour time frame, you can see on the order flow, which we're going to say that's the 30-minute. Order flow is not always the 30-minute, right? These are not like set time frames, guys. These are not set time frames. Your higher time frame doesn't always have to be on the 4-hour. It can be the daily time frame. Your higher time frame could be the 1-hour time frame. It really depends on the type of trader that you're trading, that you are. It really depends on the type of trader that you are. If you're a scalper, then your higher time frame might be the 1-hour. If you're intraday, your higher time frame is going to be the 4-hour. If you're a swing trader, your higher time frame is going to be the daily time frame. Okay, make sure you keep those as key points. Now, what you want to do here, right, is draw your fibs from the low to the high. Anything above 50% is going to be premium pricing. So in this case right here, from this low to this high, anything up here, you would have been able to sell. So as the market, once this market created this change of character and we shifted order flow, this right here, this high probably could have reacted off a fair value gap. That could have been your sell. As soon as this market dips down and goes underneath to the 50%, you want to stop looking for those sells. Why? Because remember, this market is bullish. This market is bullish. So once we come back to the 50%, and I'm going to show you guys an example on the charts as well. Once we come underneath the 50%, that's where discounted pricing is. That's where you want to look for buying opportunities, because this is a bullish market. The trend is bullish. Okay, same thing here. So let's draw our fibs from this low that makes this high. Okay, so from this low here, which makes our new high, so we have a break of the high here. From this low that makes our new high. When the market creates this change of character and we see that order flow shifts, you can sell these fair value gaps as long as we are above 50%, okay? Because we're still in premium pricing. All right, that is the only way that I will tell you guys to take counter trend, is if only we're in premium pricing, right? In a bullish market, this is premium pricing, okay? Above 50%. Above 50% from the low to the high, you want to draw your fibs, and then 50% is going to be where underneath is your discounted pricing. That's where you look for your buying opportunities, and above the 50%, so that's where you look for your selling opportunities. All right, so in this case right here, you can see as we push higher, the market goes lower. Those are your selling opportunities. As soon as we cross this 50% and we get back into discounted pricing, which is underneath 50%, you want to start looking for your demand zones down here to look for buys again to take this market higher. Okay, so let's get into the charts. Let's start right here. Go to daily time frame. We have this high, which creates this low, and then this high, which creates this low. Okay, show you guys how easy it is with structure and why you should not be overlooking structure. Okay, I think people are taking a lot of losses on their supply zones and their demand zones because you're not understanding structure and where you should be taking demand, where you should be taking supply. All right, once you figure out the side of the market that you're supposed to be on and your directional bias, your supply and demand zones are going to be super easy to spot. Okay, so from this high makes this low. So we draw our fibs from this high to this low. So when the market makes this low here, anything underneath 50%, right? You can see down here, when the market establishes this low, you want to wait for a change of character. So we're going to zoom in here. Let's go like right here. We're going to zoom in. Before you start taking buys, okay, before you start looking for a buy, you need a change of character. So what do I mean? All right, as this market is going lower, you want to trade this bearish. You want to trade this bearish order flow. You want to trade this bearish trend. Why? Because the market is bearish, guys. Look, we have a high that creates a low. So inside of this, you want to be trading this bearish order flow. Look, we're taking out liquidity on the highs. We're filling fair value gaps. We're filling imbalances. The market is going lower, right? You can see we have order flow, taking out liquidity, filling fair value gaps. The market is going lower, right? Clear right here. We're filling fair value gaps. Market is going lower. We're filling fair value gaps here. Market is going lower. We're taking out liquidity. Okay, so as soon as this happens, as soon as you see this happen, as soon as we take out order flow, and this is why we keep the order flow. This is why I look at the order flow, and this is why I showed you guys that order flow too inside of it, because we're going to use that order flow to determine when the market is going to reverse. That's where we can start looking for counter trend trades to the opposite side. Only when order flow has been taken out. So for example, where has order flow been taken out? So we see order flow highs, low, highs, low, highs, low, highs, low, boom. Market invalidates this high. Okay, market invalidates this high and we create a higher low. Once you see that higher low and then the market creates another high, boom, order flow has been invalidated. Once you see that happen, reason why is because here, guys, here, as the order flow was going lower, you can see we took out this high, but we didn't create a higher low, right? We made a new low here. So order flow has not shifted yet. But here, as soon as we got down here, you can see the market did what? We made this high, we made this low. The market should have made another low, right? But we didn't. We invalidated this high right here. Once we do that, we wait, the market creates a higher low, and we create a higher high. Now, once that happens, you know order flow has shifted and that the market is going on reversal, okay? So here's what you can do now. Once you see that reversal, only after you get that break of the high and the market creates a higher low, right? Once you see that reversal, now you can start looking for demand zones. Now you can start looking for demand zones and you can start looking for fair value gaps, for example, here for the market to fill, right? I want you guys to pay attention to that. So for example, where's our demand zone? Here's our demand zone here. That creates our high, right? This is the area. This is the higher low that creates this high. So market comes back, we mitigate it. You see we push higher. Okay, here's a fair value gap. Here's an imbalance that got filled. Here's a imbalance that got filled here. Here's another big imbalance / fair value gap that got filled there. So you can see after that, this is where you start looking for bullish demand zones and bullish fair value gaps, bullish imbalances to take the market higher. Before this happened, guys, you're only looking for bearish supply zones, right? You're only looking for bearish supply zones. You're only looking for bearish imbalances, bearish fair value gaps to take this market lower, right? Once the order flow shifts, as I showed you guys here, then you start looking for demand zones and you start looking for bullish demand zones and bullish imbalances and fair value gaps to take this market higher. Okay. Instead of getting stopped out trying to take every single demand that you see, as you can see here, every single demand that you see, instead of trying to take all of these demand zones in these areas here, you now have a structure of how you're going to take your demand and supply zones. So instead of trying to take these low probability demand zones, now you can avoid all of these potential losses because you're only looking for sales, because you're following the trend, you're following the structure, you're following the order flow. Okay, this is how you look for high probability supply zones and demand zones. Now, what I want to show you guys is, here's how we use the structure to our advantage. So now, remember what I told you guys, from this high to this low is our leg. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to draw your fibs from the high to the low. What did I tell you? Anything beneath the 50% is going to be discounted pricing. So down here, you can buy the market. So this is why I was saying you can buy the market here. You can buy the market here. You can buy the market here off of this fair value gap here. You can buy these bullish demand zones. Once we go above the 50%, you do not want to be looking for buys up here. You want to switch to looking for sales. Why? Because the market created a high, which created a lower low. So now that we're back into equilibrium, we're back to 50%, we are back to premium pricing. So it's pretty much clear economics, guys. When something is 50% off, that's when you want to buy it. It's at a discount. But when the price rises and we're at premium prices, that's when you want to sell it. So it's going to be more optimal and high probability to look for shorts above the 50%. So as you're taking these longs here underneath and trading this order flow, once we get to the 50%, these longs should be enough to cover any potential selling opportunity you take here. So when the market comes up here, this is where you start shifting your bias and you start looking for selling opportunities, because now you know we're not in discounted pricing anymore. So down here is the highest probability area to look for longs. Up here is the highest probability to look for shorts. So let's get out of replay mode and let's see what happened. You guys are going to see how the market struggled up here, right? Look what happened. So as soon as you can see from this high to that low, from this high here to this low, as soon as we got into premium pricing, look at the selling. And you see we did not respect this area here because the market came from premium pricing. And because this is a bearish market, guys, to potentially new low, right? We didn't make an immediately new low here. We can see that the market kind of played around and we were shifting order flow back and forth. But what you could have done here is this 50% is your line. This is what you use as your line. Anything above it, that's where you look for your premium prices to sell. Anything below it, that's where you look for your discounted pricing to buy, right? As you can see, we're still continuing that structure. So we made a high, we made a low, we made a high here after coming back to the extreme, and now we have made a low. Okay, so what do you think we're doing now, guys? So from this high to this low, we're going to restart the same process. Now we're going to take our fibs from this high, we're going to drag it down to this low. So again, we see order flow inside was bearish, right? Let's zoom into that and let's go to that here. Order flow is bearish, right? We want to look for supply zones to take the market down, and we want to look for fair value gaps. We want to look for liquidity and manipulations, and we want to sell this order flow as the market is going lower. And then what happens again, guys? The same thing that happened before that I showed you guys here. When the market is shifting, this is what you want to see for a reversal, okay? You want to see the order flow. So you see this high makes this low, this high makes this low. We're supposed to continue that. But you can see we invalidated this high. Boom. This low invalidates this last high, which is keeping us bearish, and we make a higher low. Remember, once we make this higher low, that is telling us that order flow is shifting, which means that this here underneath 50% is discounted pricing. Once we see that order flow shift, we can start looking for demand zones and fair value gaps for the market to fill underneath 50% to take this market higher. As you can see, this market exploded towards the upside. EU. But where is the market now? We are inside of premium pricing. So you don't want to be aggressive, right? Down here, you can be aggressive. Up here, you don't want to be aggressive anymore. You want to wait, and you want the market to actually show you clear A setups for you to take, okay? So this is basically how simple it is, guys. You want to look for supply zones in premium pricing, which is going to be up here. So as the market is trading up here, I'm going to wait and see if the market is giving me any selling opportunity as we come into this premium pricing, okay? Always remember to mark out your structure and your order flow inside of that structure, right? The structure is going to give you the overall directional bias on what side of the market you should be on. Is going to keep you stable. So once you go down to the lower time frame and you're looking at order flow, if you get confused on order flow, that's why this higher time frame structure is here. That's why I draw this higher time frame structure, because once I get into the market and I'm looking at these smaller highs and lows, I don't get confused. Okay, I know the overall move of the market. Okay, so it's going to be easier for you to trade this lower time frame, knowing that the market is accumulating here, potentially take us back into this premium. It's going to be easier for you to look aggressive, and then as the market comes higher, you're going to start being less aggressive, because you know on the higher time frame we're in premium pricing. So that makes it easier and gives you more high probability setups. All right. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, I can go into this very deeply. I have a lot of videos on this talking about multi-time frame structure, order flow, higher time frame structure. All of these. Structure is very important, guys. Please remember, structure is very important. Okay. So that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.